The biggest poker series in Texas history happened right here at Texas Card House. More than 11,000 entries came through these doors, over $7 million awarded, and that was just one series. Now, Texas Card House is bringing two major tournament series back to back. First, the Trailblazer Poker Tour opens in Dallas and Las Colinas, August 25th through September 8. Then, the World Series of Poker Circuit returns to Austin, September 10 through September 21st. Welcome to the biggest poker month in Texas, only at Texas Card House.
Month in Texas history. From the biggest poker month in Texas history right here to the greatest monthly tournament in all the land, it's time for the final table of the even bigger one here at Dallas, Texas. I'm RJ Dupree alongside my dancing coworker.
Yeah,
Eric Van Loosen. What's up, buddy?
I was getting after it back there. That's that song on the intro video.
That video's got some energy to it. I love it.
Did it still say crunk out there in the world? I was getting crunk. Is that still a thing? That felt good. I don't know if it looks good, RJ, but it felt good.
Yeah, it didn't look good. A little crunk and very little drip, but we'll take it.
Fantastic. Well, we've got our final table here. We're about to get the cards in the air. We had 13 entries on a $300 buy-in, $261,555 US dollars in this prize pool. $43,435 for first place. They've all got $43.30 locked up down there at ninth, so a lot to play for here. Under that $50K first place that we like to get to, but a lot of stuff going on in the area this past week, and this was our second even bigger one for the month. So, you know, didn't get as much traction, but we still made the guarantee over $11,000.
A lot of folks said we wouldn't make the guarantee in this one.
And we did.
And we crushed. That's what we do here at Texas Card House Dallas. All right, hand number one underway.
The lovely Miss Brittany, of course, doing the dealing tonight. A staple on this final table. Well, you'll have a funny story to tell in a minute, RJ.
Man, here in just a little bit, we'll get to go around the table and introduce these folks. But already in hand number one, Ethan G. has ripped it all in for $1.67 million under the gun, +2. So out there in middle position for Ethan. He's looking at two blackjacks. And he has ripped it for $1.6 million.
1.675.
That's somewhere around 14 blinds here for Ethan. Blinds starting out this final table, 60,000, 120,000 with the big blind Annie of 120,000. So Alex in the big blind, considering his options with 240,000 already out there in this pot. And he's going to make the call. Eric, we're doing it. Hand number one.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be a red 7 there with that 7 of hearts. It's the 7 of diamonds. So 7s versus jacks. Alex and Ethan going to hook it up on hand number one here for a pretty juicy pot, RJ. Almost 2 million. No, excuse me, 3.5 million.
3.5 out there now.
Here we go.
7's taking on jacks. Ethan at risk.
Whammy.
Ace, jack 3 to flop. Set looking good here for Ethan.
Alex needs runner, runner.
Only running 7s can change this, and that is not it. Ace of diamonds. Filler up for Ethan. He will get the double up here in hand number one. He's going to go from 1.6 million to 3.5 million. Big hand for the jacks. Well done, Ethan.
And any of our friends in the chat, let us know. That's about how jacks always run for me too, right? You always spike a set, turn a boat, right?
Absolutely.
Every time.
Don't mess with my jacks.
Don't mess with my jacks.
Kings, different story.
Well, let's go around the table, RJ. Our chip leader is Tiago in the 2 seat. We've got Dave in the 8 seat. Eduardo in the 7 seat. Ethan, Drew, Alex, James, Kui Chen, and Stephen F. are our short stacks. Blinds are at 60,000, 120, 120, so nobody in dire straits right now, but Do have a couple shorties who have in between 10 and 15 big blinds. And our friend Eduardo here asks how his driving is.
Hand number 2, Eduardo's going to bump it up with the suited ace-10 of diamonds, 250,000 to call. Eduardo was a little anxious to get here tonight. Pulled off a high-risk, low-reward maneuver on the service road to move up 1 spot at the red light. So
let him know how
how's
his
my
driving was.
Well,
how ironic, RJ.
Glad we made it all here safely. That's
almost died getting here, but here he is on the final table.
Rocking the "How's my driving" bumper sticker on his shirt. Love it.
Go Speed Racer, go.
I could give it a grade, but yeah. All right, 4 ways to this flop.
Spicy little something here.
Yeah, low jack, high jack coming in. Drew's going to make the call from the big blind, and we get queen 9-6, 2 diamonds. Nut flush draw here for Eduardo. Dave S. lands middle pair. James in his pocket 5s out of there. So we're now heads up on the turn. King of clubs. Eduardo picks up a couple more outs there. Eduardo checks to his neighbor, and Dave will bet 600,000.
Wow, set of 5s if the 5s had somehow stuck around.
Yeah, tough for those 5s to hang in there that long. And
right.
Eduardo's going to show his big draw that missed. Ace-9 lands the 9. Dave will take it down.
Take it down, young man. Just wondering what was going to transpire there on that river if it was another card that was a little scary for that 9, but it's a 5, and they just go check, check. He's going to take a nice, healthy pot down. And Dave adding to that chip lead, RJ.
Adding to that chip lead up to 7.3 million now. And actually, he leapfrogged Tiago
yeah.
in that pot, yeah. So those players now with heaps in the current situation. 6.3 for Tiago.
I recognize our shorty in the 1 seat there. That's Stephen F. Stephen, lots of times will rock a ball cap when you play with him at the table. He's looking pretty dapper for this final table. Got the nice shirt on. Got the hair did.
Man, I hope they didn't make him work today.
He might have, but. Yeah. He's on another final table, so congrats to Steven. Nice guy, fun to play with at the table, very competitive.
Mondays will do that to you sometimes. Get stuck working a little bit.
And here's our man, Drew. You and I got to spend a little time talking to him at the bar. I'd never met him, but
Drew is great.
You've dealt to him quite a bit over at Las Colinas, and he said he doesn't play a whole lot of tournaments. Decided to come and play this one, but he is a big fan of the show. Loves the TCH live streams.
He does keep an eye on TCH Live, and he's been dabbling into some of these tournaments here lately, and he's been making some runs. And you know how those PLO cash games guys are. They know how to spin up some stacks. Not surprising to see Drew here at tonight's final table.
And he wanted us to give a shout-out to his lovely lady, Miss Shay, and she's at home with the triplets.
Yes.
Taking care of their 3 kiddos. I said it right, folks, triplets.
Hello to Miss Shay and all the kiddos. Triplets.
That's a lot to play for here.
All right, Drew, let's go the small blind there. Q-Chin does bet on the 5-5-6 flop in a battle of the blinds. Q-Chin takes it down up to 1.8 million now. So a well-needed pot there for Q-Chin. Also one of our shorties. Always great when that big blind and big blind ante can return to your stack when you don't have many chips. So that's got to feel good there for Q-Chin.
And I just realized we don't have the right chat up, so we're going to get the chat up.
Yes, keep chatting. We're going to get it up here in a little bit. We cannot see what you're saying just yet, so feel free to pick on us or pick on your buddy or say hello to us, but we'll see it here in a little bit.
Yeah, I just opened YouTube on my phone and saw there was a bunch of chatters already, so we will go back through that as soon as we can get that pulled up here on our computer.
All right, folds around to the cutoff. This is our man, Alex. I've seen him quite a few times here at TCH Dallas. He knows how to spin up a stack. Good crowd tonight at this final table. Some players we see a lot, and some players that I'm not familiar with, perhaps new to the TCH Live final table.
There we go. I was wondering why nobody said anything about my sweet dance moves, and boom, we pulled up, and our friend Boston Rick already saying, don't quit your day job, Eric. Indeed. I do a little dancing every now and then at the nursing home for the old ladies. They like easy ease moves. But
another nut flush draw here for the Razor. This time it's Alex. Ace-5 of diamonds finds this diamond flop. Ethan hanging around with 8-9. He's open-ended. Jack ball.
Open-enders.
So Ethan will find his straight, but it's a 4-liner to Broadway, and Alex has the big end.
Yeah. Ethan has the long straight. Alex has the bigger one.
Yeah. 7-card straight, no good here for Ethan. Hates this 4-card run out. And Alex will check as well, as if he doesn't realize what has gone on.
There we go.
And so that was either a misread by Alex or our turn card is incorrect. Was our turn card correct? Queen of Hearts?
If it is, Alex is going to take down the pot.
Well,
he was in the big blind there, Alex.
No, this is Alex. Alex was the Razor in the 3 seat.
Was it a mess up there? Oh,
okay. So yeah,
okay.
I didn't see the actual board,
so
but we think
Ethan that won the hand.
We think the queen was not on the turn, so that would explain things there as to what happened. Maybe a couple hands into this, I'll take a quick peek. If anybody's got their reverse on, check that out for me. What the heck was that turn?
Be kind, please rewind, said Blockbuster. Help us out here. Let us know what happened on that last one.
Our digital graphics was showing there that Alex made a 4-liner to Broadway with the ace. And of course, we have had misreads before on final tables. But that would have been an unlikely one.
Look at that. Our first 2 chatters tonight were our Boston boys. Mr.
What up, Edgar?
Edgar Rodriguez and Mr. Ricksta.
Boston loves us.
Brittany is going to switch the deck here in just a couple of hands. We are on a 15-minute delay, so we'll see that here in just a couple of minutes as we are getting a couple of slower reads on this deck. Sometimes those RFID cards don't cooperate to get us started.
Looks like we have yet another flush draw, this time for Drew. He's in the cutoff rocking that Jack-10 of spades. Tiago's going to lead out here with what we think is a stark naked 10-9 of hearts.
Stark naked.
Drew does make the call with that Jack-10, flush draw and a gutter ball. And bang! Queen on the turn. I saw it this time, Eric. It is a queen. That would be Broadway for our man, Drew.
Tiago's going to need one of the 2 remaining jacks. The jack of clubs was folded. Tiago thinking about it here with the big stack, maybe thinking that Drew is just putting out a little feeler block, but Drew is putting out that feeler block with the stone cold nuts. So a big raise right here by Tiago would be a big misstep, and he susses out that situation and gets the heck out of Dodge. A nice pot there for Mr. Drew. So let's take a look in the chat here. We got Ricky joining us. Mr. D. Cole. We got the mightiest of hammers said, "What's up, boys and squirrels?" Damon in the house. Nina Escobar rooting on Thiago. Pebble Hoagie. Matt in Texas. Yes, it's Eric V in the place to be with my man RJ Dupree. And we got Anita giving some love to Eduardo. And the monkiest of poker players, Poker Monkey himself. Splash around in the PLO streets today, he says.
Yeah, seen a few shout-outs in the chat. Tiago and Steven and Eduardo. Let us know who you're rooting for. All right, folds around to the small blind.
Seven Triz.
All right, Eduardo, a decent hand here. Playing it slowly from the small blind position with the ace-9 of clubs. Dave does connect here with his king-3.
Dave gonna stab at it. And that will take it down. Here's a look at the payouts one more time, folks. What we're playing for here. We had 1,113 entries this past week. $300 buy-in. All these players have $4,330 locked up, but they are playing for that beautiful crystal trophy from our man Bob over at Aeon Crystal. And they're also playing for $43,000 and some change up top. Hopefully we get a battle to the death tonight. Play this all the way down and see who goes home with a big chunk of cheddar there. Those top 3 or 4 prizes, though, are pretty healthy.
Page 250.
Yeah, folks, that was the queen in hand number 4.
What was the river?
Let's look. A jack. That was a straight-up mystery. If Alex has an ace.
But look at the positions it puts them in, too, though. That's what's weird.
Yeah, if Alex indeed had that ace of diamonds, and we know the ace of diamonds can sometimes be tricky on our fancy schmancy table.
It probably was a mystery. It would have made sense because there was a diamond draw on the flop.
Yeah. We'll have to ask Alex about that later. He may give us the bird, though, if he had the ace, but that's all right. Yeah, the board definitely had King, Queen, Jack 10 on it. And a shout-out to our man Ethan, the beneficiary of that pot. Dealt and played a lot with Mr. Ethan, so it's great to see him at tonight's final table.
Did you deal a lot of these flights for the even bigger one this past week?
Nope.
Dealt mostly over at Las Colinas?
Yeah, I was at Las Colinas Thursday, Friday. So I did not get to see any of the madness that went on over here.
A little bit more mystery card action here with Ethan opening up out of the hijack with what we know is the ace of hearts and a mystery card. Gets called by our chip leader. Let's start calling him Double Dave over there, or Super Dave.
Yeah, Dave with $7.3 million currently, and he is trying to take control of this final table as he has had some pairs hold up early, and it's been nice for his stack.
Cards did not read when Ethan rescanned. Brittany had him rescan, so there's a couple cards that appear not to be cooperating tonight. A couple naughty cards, and whatever it was, it didn't connect because Ethan's going to get out of the way when he gets raised by Dave. So Dave continuing to add to his stack. Here we go. Matt in Texas says, how did you guys run in this tournament? I ran great because I didn't play in it. Not a single dollar wasted on this one. Had a lot going on this past week with my full-time job, and didn't have enough bullets really to fire this time, so I just hung around, and we're going to let these folks battle it out.
I almost made it up in time Saturday, but I woke up late, made some money over the weekend playing some cash games, piddling around, did some work. I could have made it if I wanted to straight up like super duper max late reg, and I'm not a huge fan of that. If I can get there with a little bit of time before registration ends, then I'm cool. But
yeah, the multi-day, that's tough because you want to get to day 2 with a nice healthy bag,
yeah.
And if you get there late, you're already way behind folks.
And I actually enjoy the early levels. I think they're fun to kind of stick and move and put up with the chaos.
Yeah, the chaos all around you, early stages. Some people doing your standard, 2x, 2.5x. Some people opening 14x.
Right.
Just straight up telling you what they've got in their hand.
It's a fun mess to be a part of. Sometimes you get to splash around with them, and sometimes you just have to straight up almost sit out, right? I mean, you never really know.
Tiago going to pick on that one there and take that down. Ricky says, final table bubble.
Ouch, Chihuahua.
Womp, womp, womp. That's never fun. We've all been there, though.
Final table bubble in this event. Nothing to sneeze at, my friend. That's quite a nice run there for you, Ricky.
One of our favorite names in the chat has joined us. Says, good evening, everyone. And it's difficult, but I'm always going to try it. Confianca probabilistica. Something like that.
Confianca probabilistica.
Probabilistica.
I think you nailed it.
Probabilistica. Something like that.
All right, hand 11 here. Folds around to the button. Our man Stephen F. knows what to do with that. He's got an ace, so he's going to bump it up. Easy open here. 300,000, a little extra on that one, and it will take it down. No resistance.
No resistance. Well, we got plenty more to get to coming up. We just got done with this even bigger one. Now we're going to have the Trailblazer event coming up. I think it's this button. Boom, there it is. Just 8 days away from the opener of the Trailblazer event. That's going to start off the greatest poker month this year in Texas. 825.
This year?
Yeah, this year for
Forever.
Texas. For Texas.
Greatest poker month ever, baby.
We're going to make it better the next time we do this. But we've got the Trailblazer that's immediately followed by the World Series of Poker, second stop down there in Austin. So get your gambling pants on and ready to rock and roll. 8:25 through 9/8 here in the Dallas room and Las Colinas. There'll be tournaments going on in both rooms. Those full schedules are already up. Check them out online at texascardhouse.com or pokeratlas.com under TCH Dallas and Las Colinas. But it's going to be a doozy starting in 8 days.
All right, Eduardo under the gun, 2. He's going to raise it up with ace-jack.
Got a bunch of fun names in the chat for us gringos tonight. We got
Man, they're killing us.
LS Pensamientos and Donna Ortiz Rosas.
All right, Drew has
the
seven of diamonds and a mystery card. 8 of diamonds. That's suited and canuted. 7, 8 of diamonds for Drew in the big blind. Makes the call. We're off to the flop. King, deuce, 4. Not much working here for Drew. Advantage to the razor. Eduardo will bump it up. Eduardo will take it down.
Well, Miss Pensamentos, the greatest way to learn the game is to just read the rules online because they're actually really simple. This is, of all the poker games, one of the easiest just to get the standard rules down. and learn how the betting is done and whatnot. The strategy after the fact is where, you know, the difficulty and the years of practice and work. We're still all learning that. Those of us who have played 20 plus
years later.
Yeah, we're still learning. And the game's evolving all the time, but
I just got to giggle again by Eduardo and his T-shirt. How's my drive?
Are we sure it was him driving?
Oh,
Was
absolutely.
It wasn't his friend Anita in the chat?
Positive. My man pulled a stunt on the service road. And I was like, dude, that's probably a final table guy that's just anxious to get to the TCH. And sure enough.
Sure as shit it was. And he's wearing a shirt that says, "How's my driving?"
That is awesome. All right, Eduardo's got a hand again here in hand 13. Raise it up, 250,000 to go. All right, Q-Chin in the big blind. He will defend with the Jack-9 of hearts. Off to the flop we go. Top 2 for Jack-9. Nutter gutter for Eduardo.
2 pair. Don't care, says Kui-Chin.
Yeah, Kui-Chin running low on chippies here. The flop does go check, check. And the queen on the turn. Spicy little lady here. 4-liner out there now, but Q-Chin still holding 2 pairs.
Yeah, Eduardo is going to check back because he knows a 10 would most likely check to him there. Try to get him to bet. The 2 pair is going to hold for Kui-Chin.
Yeah, 2 pair best here, but could possibly get blown out of the pot with this 4-liner and an ace-queen coming out. Does make a little blocker bet here on the river for 250,000. Pretty good sizing there. A little bit blockerish, a little bit of value there. I like it. Q-Chin will take it down.
Anita letting us know in the chat that she's his oldest daughter. So
there you go.
Great to see family rooting him on, and definitely want to learn your poker skills from him, just not so much the driving skills.
Not yet. I gave him a thumbs up on the maneuver he pulled off. I wouldn't suggest it for everyone.
It was full on shake and bake. Oh, full Ricky Bobby on the highway here. Marathon Man for Life says, just bingo and pray is how you play this game. That's one way to look at it. Our friend Simon, Mr. Webster, has joined us.
What up, Simon?
Made a nice day 2 run. Didn't get to see him on this final table, but he's always somewhere in the action and involved. And we know he'll be around for the Trailblazer Tour stop coming up here in just about a week.
Anita said driving skills not it. She's probably seen it a time or two. It was a great maneuver. It just does not fit with his shirt. All right, Alex got a big hand here, by the way. In hand 14, Alex 3-bets with the queens. Will take it down, 550,000 in profit.
And our friend Texas in the chat says, let's go, you can do it. We don't know who you're rooting for, though. Maybe he's just excited about life, which we need more people excited about life. So thank you for bringing that.
I'm rooting for the commentators. I appreciate that.
Enthusiasm to the party. We're through 15 hands. Not a single knockout yet. Players still feeling each other out a little bit. They've all got $4,300 locked up. All right, Texas says rooting for Eduardo.
Yeah.
There goes another pot to our friend Eduardo.
Luca mentioning that Eduardo made a great call with a light hand, a bit of a hero call, we call those, and got a lot of chippies out of it. Now he's finding himself here at the final table, so it's always sweet when those happen, Eric. Think you're good, make that call, and boom, you got a lot of chippies, and catapult you into the final table. That's a sweet run.
They are not playing in a closet. They just moved over the TCH little black screen in the background. That is something that's movable. Give them a little bit of privacy from the rest of the room because there's usually a lot of noise right behind them. It does block out a little bit of that noise, but this is actually a really big poker table, so it's a lot roomier than the camera gives us the appearance, but
I wish my closet looked like that.
right, that view does sometimes make it look like it's a little cramped in. But
oh, they're comfy.
look at our homie from Miami joining us, Mr. Dex.
What up, Dex?
He was just in town in Dallas. I saw him in the room, and there he is giving you and I some Taco Bell money. Thank you, Dex. Greatly appreciate the
shout out to Dex,
super
hanging
chat.
out in the 305, making that Pitbull money, sharing it with us. Super chat, man.
He better be making Pitbull money because it's expensive down there.
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate that. All right, still 9-handed here in hand 17 of tonight's final table. The even bigger one coming at you from Texas Card House, Dallas. I'm RJ Dupree alongside my man, Mr. Eric Van Loosen. Folds around to the cutoff. Our man Ethan looking at sixes, does not want to mess with it.
Fold, fold. And another hand for Eduardo. Getting himself involved in the right pots at the right time so far. Well, RJ, we mentioned the Trailblazer Tour coming up in 8 days. That's going to go all the way through September the 8th, highlighted by those 3 big events. There's a lot of other different events as well, but we've got a 100K kickoff, another one of these even bigger ones, 250K, and then a 500K. But then right after that's over, we're going to get right into this bad boy, the $4 million in guarantees World Series of Poker circuit event down there in Austin, Texas at TCH Social. We crushed the guarantees in April, the very first World Series of Poker ever in Texas. And we're going to add to it, RJ. We're going to increase the guarantees by 2 milli.
2 more milli. That's a lot of millis. All right, Alex working in early position here with the pocket nines. Does raise it up, 250,000.
Alex going to take that one down. Yeah, that is a spicy hand indeed, Luca.
Yeah, 5th pair with pocket fours, call it with pocket fours.
We had some spice on our last final table that we commentated just about a week ago where some players were making some really light calls, even on the cash stream here recently. So love seeing that when a player can dig deep and just go with their gut, make a big call, and get that extra reward, a little vote of confidence to go with a nice stack of chippies.
All right, Eduardo working from the hijack, suited ace-4 here. Comes in for an open, 250,000 to go. James makes the call on the button, king 10 of spades. Tiago in the big blind, jack 9 suited. So we have 3 of the 4 suits represented in these holdings, clubs, diamonds, and spades. 6, 3, 8, rainbow. Just like we called it.
Now we get to see who really wants this pot or who's going to hit. Yeah. It's Tiago that's going to hit.
Jack of hearts on the turn. Top pair now for Tiago.
Yes, sir, Eddie. We do stream most of these large tournaments. Usually we stream on Saturdays if we have a big one-day event, but sometimes these multi-day events go into a final table on Monday night. But we do cash streams twice a week here and then tournaments as well. So you can usually find us live on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. but we mix things up on some Monday nights.
So this hand checked around to Eduardo in position there on the turn, and he does bet a little bit with that ace high, takes a shot at it, but Tiago makes the call. And now we've got 1.6 million out there. Tiago checks. Eduardo does not go for it. He will concede, and rightfully so, because Tiago's probably making a call there.
Absolutely.
Jack 9 takes down a nice pot. 1 million in profit for Tiago.
Woohoo! We got some more super chat money.
My man, Casey Powell. What up, buddy?
There's another $9.99 worth of diarrhea lettuce from our boy.
Yeah.
Casey Powell, thank you.
Taco Bell super chats are coming in tonight. We should have Taco Bell sponsor some of these super chats. This is fantastic. Thank you, guys. I got to visit with Casey Powell the other day. Shout out to my man. He played in 2 different multi-day events this week, and he bubbled the bag twice.
And that's why you're going to shout him out?
Yes. I mean, how painful is bubbling the bag in back-to-back nights?
Yeah.
I told him he deserves his tear tattoo for that.
I think you probably should have prayed for the guy instead of
Oh, dude.
needling
No.
him.
No, he's a gangster.
I
Are
know
you
he
kidding?
is. He's got thick skin. He's a true poker player. But
Man.
I'm going to shout out my boy.
Well, you can tell it hurt him a little bit. He, back-to-back bubbles have got to sting a little bit, and my man Casey's going through it, so he deserves a shout-out.
Man, I love that boy Casey. Played in a couple of multi-day events and didn't make jack squat.
Yeah, that's pretty much the moral of the story, but now you're needling him. I'm giving the man some love for making it through that mess.
Oklahoma love, that's a little different than us Texans, I guess.
Steven's going to take it down here with 9s. Pocket 9's the best way to win with 9s is to not see a flop. Steven knows how to do it. Bump it up, take it down.
Well, we do know that Casey will give it right back to us when he can. He's going to remind us that it's been a minute since either one of us have been on a final table. So.
Right.
That's why we're back here in the booth, hanging out with you guys, seeing who's going to take down 43,000 tonight. Nina Escobar says it's going to be Tiago. Hearts on fire. All right, James getting a little low on chips here. He's going to put a good chunk of his stack in there. Casey wants his super chat back.
Way to go, Eric. We love you, Casey.
We're going to put it on the Hijack app and see if we can't run it up for you. We'll pay you back.
Good things are coming to Casey Powell. I know it. All right, James in the hijack bumps it up here. And the pot is hijacked. He'll take it down. Drew, let's go with a Jack 5 in the big blind.
Shout out to the homie Ray Baker, who's tuning in right now from Vero Beach, Florida.
Vero Beach.
Tough stuff down there. Holler at a couple honeys for us, if you will. RJ says if she ain't 280, she ain't a lady, so.
Yeah, if you find one that likes a skinny, dorky-looking dude, tell him you know a cool one.
Send him a big one.
All right, hand 22. So as you mentioned, we come into tonight's final table with some healthy stacks, and it is playing out that way. Everyone picking up basically some small pots, trading chips thus far, sticking and moving.
Yeah, Steven trying to just see a flop.
Our man Q Chin has bumped up a little bit from the opening hand.
Yeah, an interesting spot here for Drew. Going to be out of position in the small blind here. Pretty strong hand, and people are just kind of small raising and flat calling.
Yeah, ace-10 suited here for Drew. Could be a spot to take some aggression from the blinds, but he will choose to make the call.
Make the call as well. And now, heck of a price for our friend Kui Chen. But he says, no, I'm getting out of there. Daniel Negreanu can play that hand. I'm going to get out of the way.
8-8-5, the flop. Big flop here for James. He's got ace-8.
And if he can somehow get somebody else to put some chips in for him, he's going to be living large with that short stack. Might be betting RJ because the clubs are out there. Problem is, though, he's got the nut club. So I think he's end up just going to be betting and taking this down. Unless Drew decides to float one street. He does not. So maybe a little missed opportunity there for James to get some of these players, put some chips in for him with such a huge flop for his hand. But he will take down a nice pot nonetheless. Well, thank you all again for tuning in. If you enjoy the TCH live streams, definitely want to subscribe to the channel. Our Austin location has been doing some great streams on Wednesday nights. Of course, they have tournaments sometimes as well. We do cash games here on Tuesdays and Fridays. We'll be streaming a 10:25 game tomorrow night. And then Friday night, not sure what we're doing just yet. We might have an employee stream. We might have
look out.
We might have a big 2-5 game, but we will be back Tuesday night tomorrow, of course, and Friday. So like and subscribe if you will. Help us continue to grow this, and we'd love to have you on sometime, whether it's on one of these final tables in the tournament streets or in our cash games. And if you want to get in on the cash streams, you just contact our buddy Ghost. And that's Ghost TCH Live on Instagram. That's our buddy Dylan Wynn. Goes by Ghost TCH Live on Instagram. Holler at him and say, hey, I want to play on your cash streams. And he'll try to get you on.
All right, Steven the Razor over there in the one seat. He's working from the low jack. He has ace jack.
Play those eights, folks.
Ethan in the big blind makes a call. Check, check on the flop. 7-8-8 the flop. 4 spades to turn. Somebody perhaps could represent something on this board. And our man Steven running low on chips over there, rocking with that ace jack, but he has whiffed on this flop through the turn. Ethan will lead out here on the turn, 250,000. Steven not ready to give up just yet, makes the call. Only leaving 590,000 behind in his stack. And what will Ethan do now? 1.3 million out there. Fascinating spot here for Ethan. I think you have to bet it. And he does. He's going to make it look milky, a little bit value-y compared to Steven's stack, and it works. Pardon me, he put Steven all in there with a 600,000, but either way, it's going to work. Well done there by Ethan.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. We love a little competition, Joshua. It's a big tournament going on down there in the Austin area. And we've got some friends of ours, actually, that have been playing in that. Miss Kim Stone and I think Hayden, well, excuse me, Miss Kim Fortini and Hayden Fortini were playing in those events down there as well. But shout out to you, Joshua, and shout out to Essa here saying, rooting for Tiago, played with him on day one on Saturday. At one point, he was down to just 2 big blinds, and he managed to spin it all the way back. That's pretty badass. And we did actually get a question asked by our man Simon in the chat earlier.
Ashley.
That is the second person who's referred to Ethan as coach. What does he coach? Is he a poker coach? Is he a soccer coach? Is he a life coach? Let us know.
I should know this.
We'll give Coach Ethan a shout out right here.
I should know this just by visiting with Ethan a few times. Tennis. Is it tennis? All right, Drew the Razor here. He's in the cutoff with ace-queen. Small blind, big blind, go away. Drew takes it down.
I needed that one for my confidence.
Drew's building the confidence.
There we go. Drew needed some confidence. That's like when you're out there on the golf course and you got that little 6-incher to finish up. You want to go ahead and put it in to hear the cup, you know.
Oh.
You need a little confidence sometimes just by those 6-inchers.
Amen. Iman says, hello, guys.
Hello, Iman.
Beautiful ace-king suited here for James, who's now gone from about 10 big blinds to a good little stack here. Still not a ton of blinds, though, as the blinds are up to 80, 160, 160. And he's got that beautiful ace-king suited and 2.44 million. He's going to raise it up large, 525.
Yeah. Extra stanky stank on this open, 525,000 to go.
Shout out Randy 3Coin. RJ hitting him with the stank already. Oh, is that guy in the room tonight, the guy that screams, I am him? If so, we're going to hear that about 20 times over the next hour plus. Chasing Dreams with green candles. Says real men play croquet, not golf. I bet they don't waste as much money on croquet. And they don't curse.
Yeah, the croquet.
Curse at their clubs as much as they do in golf.
I bet that's exactly what they do in croquet. I mean, those people have millions to waste.
I mean, it's called croquet.
All right, little snug. Again here in hand 26. Not a lot of holdings yet.
Yeah, no really big collision since that first couple of hands.
We got an all-in double up in the very first hand. And the cards have been a little quiet.
Brittany must not have a hot date tonight, RJ. She's taking her sweet time tonight.
Ethan with a chance, an opportunity here to open it up from the cutoff with ace-10. James makes the call, king-queen in the big blind.
The popular hand in Houston, I believe, the 7-4 has landed, but not a good flop for Broadway holdings. There's a card that's landed for Ethan. Top.
7-4 for this flop. Flop goes check, check here. Always fun to see what happens on the small paired flops like that. Sometimes folks in the blinds will try to take advantage of that. Sometimes the eraser finds an opportunity to take advantage of that. This time Ethan lands a 10 on the turn and does bet it. 325,000, and that's going to take it down. I've been trying to put up our link here on the Instas for about the last 12 hands. I think we're going to get there, Eric.
Uh-oh. That's good news. Tiago's going to have a son. He needs to buy some diapers. So
yeah, he does.
He needs to take this down, says our friend Natan.
Congratulations to Tiago and crew.
He's a little hidden in that hoodie, but I recognize the name and, of course, the Brazil hoodie he's rocking. Tiago, definitely a cool cat. Played in a couple events with him and seen him take some nasty beats, but just take it in stride. Doesn't get real emotional or tilted. Stays pretty chill. Definitely enjoyed playing with him. He'll definitely put some chips in and put some players to the test. So no surprise that he's found himself on a TCH live stream for a final table.
And a cool name. Tiago's always awesome.
It is. Coach Ethan is an everything coach, says Alex. Well, thank you, Alex. that really answers our question. Coach! That's what we're going to call him. We don't know coach of what, but it's just coach!
Coach E! All right, Coach E's going to start the raising here. Ethan has queen 10 and a low jack, bumps it up. Button comes along, and that is it. We're heads up. King 4-4 the flop. Eights were hot earlier. Now it's off to the fours.
And Ethan has 60% of the royal flush. And now 80% of a flush.
5 of spades here on the turn. Queen 10 taking on queen 10. One of them has some equity now because of the spades.
All right, James G just going to get out of the way there. So the blind levels are at 40 minutes in this final table. Day 2 is 40 minutes and final table 40 minutes. So these blind levels do last a while.
40-minute blind levels, day 2 and the final table. That's right, the best monthly tournament in all the land. And of course, this month we've had 2. This is our second already.
And we're about to have another one.
Yeah, and another one's going to be part of the Trailblazer series. So get your bullets ready, get those buy-ins loaded up, and the Trailblazer is going to be a good time, and it will include a tournament very similar to this.
Lots
at
of
least
satellites. Lots of satellites to these events as well. So you definitely want to come out and get after some of these. We got a satellite running right this minute, says my man John Kelsey, our tournament director. James G has got the king. Stephen F had ripped it with the ace-5. He had dwindled all the way down to just a big blind and some kibbles and bits.
And we're posted on Insta. That's what we needed to do, Eric. We had to get that post up. Now we got some spicy holdings. Hand number 30.
Alex did make the fold here, so we're going to have 2 players with ace-5. One is at risk for his tournament life. It's James G with the pocket kings. Steven has some backdoor opportunities. Gonna need some of those last remaining aces or 5s.
And Steven in trouble here. He's all in for the remaining 190,000 that he had, and only 1 5 out there left to save him. I guess an ace would as well.
And of course, Tiago's thinking, did this guy really have to bet here? We're trying to knock this player out. You know, sometimes you get that understood collusion that happens, but when you have a big hand like kings.
And 95% of the time when someone's trying to get a side pot going, they got a big hand.
And they do. And James G wants to take this one down, does not want Tiago to improve. That is what Tiago is contemplating right now. He's like, I really want to knock this player out and win this pot. And this guy's kind of getting in my way. Does he really have a big hand? We know the answer, but Tiago is going to just say, you know what, not worth it. And he's going to see the good news. He folded the same hand that Steven is holding. Let's see if Steven can survive this, though. He is at risk, RJ.
At risk, needing a 5 or an ace,
or a heart.
A third option is running hearts.
Oh.
It's never easy. 9 of clubs here on the river, and that'll do it. James G will pick up the pot, and that'll do it for our man Stephen F. He will find himself in 9th place, a sweet, sweet run. Comes to an end, 9th place. Look at that prize there, $4,330. Well done, Stephen.
Came in, looked sharp, played sharp, lasted about 30 hands, just didn't really get a spot. He tried limping in a couple times and tried hitting flops. It just didn't work out for him, but tough enough just to make it this far.
And our man Steven's a fun player. If he can acquire some chips, he will kind of get after it, but just couldn't get the wheels turning. Finds himself to a nice 9th place finish.
We'll see you again, Steven, and great run. And then there were 8. Our new short stack is Kui Chen in the 5 seat. He's got 10 big blinds, and he's going to get hit the very next hand. That's going to cost him $320,000 of that $1.6 million.
Yeah, some more folks coming in the chat. Heiser NSU. We see you rooting on Dave S. And our man William Milville coming in. What's up, buddy?
Mr. William. How are you, good sir?
You sound like you could play some croquet there.
Indeed.
I sound like I cannot.
That's my Jeffrey from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the butler.
See, he knows exactly.
Mr. William.
Dude, I wouldn't mess with Jeffrey on the croquet course.
A little something for both here. Bottom pair, second pair. Checky, checky.
All right, middle pair, pretty strong holding here for James. He is going to check it again.
That is going to be a great river card for a blind hand.
Yeah,
a big blind hand, but James G does get to go to showdown with the
that one
king-jack.
checks all the way through, giving that big blind an opportunity to make a hand. Always a little scary when that happens, but James will take it down.
What do we got locked up again here, RJ? We got 5780
There we
locked
go.
up now.
5-7. Wait, no, that's different. Sorry.
Not quite as cool as the 6-7 all the kids
okay,
are yelling about, but what is cool, though, is first, second, and third. I mean, third's close enough. We'll call that 20 grand, right? I mean, 19.6, 30,000 for second, 43 up top. Beautiful. And we call this a small, even bigger one? Man.
All those numbers are cool. I'd take any one of them.
I'd take either one of those prizes. Amen to that. Tiago doesn't want to go duck hunting. He's going to let go those 2 black ducks. And just in case she's tuning in late, one more shout out.
Absolutely.
One more shout out to Shay, Drew's lovely wife, who's at home with their triplets while Dad's trying to make the fam some money. Not going to happen on this hand, though, for Drew, as Kui Chen is going to get his whole stack in there with that suited A6.
A6, lower than 10 blinds now for Q Chin. Easy rip there.
Ribbit.
Small blind limped. And Drew, not much of a holding there, so he had to get up out of there. And you can see limping into a small stack is a nice way to get them trapped up, right? I mean, if you have a big giant hand, feel free to trap some of those shorties. Be aggressive against the shorties with min clicks and all that kind of death by needles, if you will. And then feel free to trap them up when you got a little something you're ready to play for their stack.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Shout out to Faith No More. Wonderful song.
Our man Luca, he knows how to rock it. Yeah, Luca's saying, who has the triplets? That's our man Drew.
In the 4-seat.
In the 4-seat. And his lovely wife,
Shay.
Shay.
Drew Shay, not two Shay.
I now know two people in the poker community. I know a poker couple up in Oklahoma City with triplets.
Bunch of fertile myrtles out there, huh?
I don't even know how you get a kid.
Me neither.
All right. And number 33, Ethan working from the big blind with that ace-5. James, ace-4 out there in middle position. And James will continue on this flop, and he'll take it down. 565 in profit. 1.2 million in it. There you go, James.
Went through 30 hands before we had a player eliminated. Let's see if the pace will start to pick it up a little bit. Still a lot of money to play for and some big pay jumps. Still a ways away. Triplet dads got to stick together, man. You baby making sons of guns.
Simon's kids are triplets? I didn't know that. I knew he had a slew.
He's got a slew for sure. He's got a whole damn tribe.
I did not know that they did 3 of them at once.
I think he just told them all they have the same birthday. That way he doesn't have to do multiple birthdays a year. He's cheap like that, you know.
Yeah, Luca, I think Drews are still fairly young. I would say like 3-ish, if I remember correctly.
Definitely young, yeah.
All right, 10-8-3 the flop here. Eduardo landing from the big blind with that king 3. Third diamond now here on the turn. And another 3 on the river. So Eduardo now has the check mark with 3 of a kind.
Triplets. He's got trip 3s. Right on time for the triplet conversation.
We'll make a bet here. Looks like 525,000. You can see that single green chip right there in front of Eduardo. That one is worth 500,000. Those now the big chip in play.
I know that was you.
Nina loves all the baby talk, but she says it's Dominic's daddy who's going to win tonight.
That's right.
That's pretty cool.
Dominic on the way. And, of course, Jackson, friend of the TCH live stream.
Absolutely.
He's one of the triplets.
He's Simon's son.
Yeah.
And he'll let you know it.
Well, I'll be. I now know 3 people with triplets.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Drew said the wife really wanted a girl, and when the first 2 genders of the triplets were revealed, he saw blue.
Blue.
And he was like, "Oh no, am I going to get 3 little hellion boys?" And then they saw the third one, realized it was a girl, and he said, "Thank you, Lord."
Yeah, that's awesome.
We can be done now.
Yeah,
I gave my wife the girl she wanted.
Ellie Guardiola. Something like that.
Eli Guardiola says, "Someone get Coach Ethan a beer." We'll have to check his ID. He looks like a young whippersnapper.
Ethan does look like a youngin'.
Goodness gracious. Speaking of triplets, 3 8s now on the board.
Queen high with the best of it. That's Eduardo. Dave, he knows what to do when you check to him twice. He's going to bet here with 7 high.
And let's see. This is a spot where I think some players are calling with queen high in a tournament, and Eduardo says, "Yep, I think this is a good hand right now."
Some players are calling. Some players are raising. Eduardo checks again. Dave cannot win with a check.
Oh, what you gonna do, Dave? What you gonna do? He's gonna bet again.
250,000 to bet.
I like the sizing of the bluff, though. If you get caught, you didn't really lose much.
Yeah, and there's $1 million out there now for Eduardo's stack. That's a nice little build-up for his stack if he could find a call here with queen high.
Now, Dave could have afforded, with his big stack,
he's reaching
a bigger bluff here and it not hurt him. So maybe he should have gone a little bit bigger, because Eduardo really thinking about calling here with queen high, doing some inventory on those chips, RJ.
Yeah, and obviously with the trips on the board, a king out there, queen high is a pretty strong hand if you feel like your opponent could have air.
I feel like he was ready to make the call, and he's talked himself into a fold.
So Dave's going to get this one through. He's going to pick up the $1 million, and that's just going to be another $1 million for his stack. 8.11 million now for our man Dave S. There you go. Our man Daniel in the chat helping us out. It is Eli up there. I don't know why I couldn't see an Eli in that name. I apologize, Eli.
I think RJ and I are so cheap. If we ever have kids, we're just going to take them out in the back and hit them with the water hose.
For what?
Instead of a diaper, just throw them outside and spray them down with the water hose.
Yeah, that's what we did. I mean, it's a good day if we had the water hose.
You just stuff them in a pillow, and if they have another accident, you throw the pillow out, you know.
Water hose for cleaning, green bucket for some other things, and life is good.
Two best dads ever right here. Maybe they'll write a book about us, RJ, called My Two Dads.
Yeah.
We can raise a little turd together. Well, RJ's too busy spilling coffee. Might spill a diaper too.
Yeah. Speaking of garden hoses, can we find one?
All in from Kui Chin. Good luck,
right.
sir.
Kui's going to find a spot here. Ace-8. A little over 10 blinds here for Kui Chin.
Yeah, good disciplined fold there. James has got that stack working. He's got from just over 100,000. He's up to 3.75 million now, and he doesn't need to be doing the heavy lifting with just an ace-7 there, as he's continuing to play pretty smart poker and add to his stack. He's right kind of in the middle of the pack, but he's the leader of that middle of the pack. He's ahead of Ethan and Alex.
Yeah, look at that. The bottom 6 players all below 3.7 million here, so they're going to have to battle it out.
Once again, nobody under 10 big blinds, so everybody's got some maneuverability.
Everyone in that range, like, I don't have to move yet. I can wait on good, strong hands right now because everybody's going to have to battle it out.
Don't have to jam with, Queen 9 and Queen 10 suited right now. You can kind of pick your spots.
Yeah, Luca knows.
Yep. And number 40. And talking a ton about tournaments. Don't forget, folks, we've got cash games galore that run 24/7 here at TCH Dallas and at our sister club, TCH Social, just down the road in Las Colinas. Spread all kinds of games from 1, 2, and 2, 5, 5, 10, no limit hold'em, to a bunch of PLO games and some mixed games, including Big O. And I will get to that just shortly because we've got a couple of cool Big O games hosted by Miss Rebecca Thompson and her friend Chris, with some pretty cool time specials to play in those. Drew's ripped it here with the pocket nines, and he picked the wrong time to do it. Drew and Team Triplets is running into the jiggities of our big stack, Super Dave. He's going to need one of those upside down 6s. 2 remaining 9s. Drew needs one. He could catch a heart now.
GG.
No, and he says GG, and Team Triplets are down for the count. Had a great time meeting with our man Drew over there. Share a lot in common with him, man of faith, just a good dude, and father of 3 awesome young kiddos. He's going to finish in 8th place and take home $57.80. Be proud of him, young kiddos and friends of Drew, and of course, wife Shay. GG's to our friend, Mr. Drew. And then there were 7, folks. We've all got 72-70 locked up here. And here is that Big O game I mentioned. It's a 5-5-10 game that goes on Tuesdays over at Las Colinas at 1 p.m. and Thursdays right here at TCH Dallas. You join the game, you can play for $40 all day. There's the phone numbers down there at the bottom to contact if you want to get in on that game. That is your 5-5-10 Big O. That's 5-card, high-low. Trying to get that game picking up. It's been going on over here at the Dallas room for a while, and they've got it going on over at Las Colinas now. So check out that schedule. Tuesdays, 1 p.m., Las Colinas. Thursdays, right here, TCH Dallas. Big O. And the players are usually pretty chill and talkative. You can go kind of chill on the rail behind them a little bit and watch the game and see how it goes if you've never paid much attention to the 5-card variety.
Oh, we're missing a player. What'd you do, Eric?
Well, we lost our man Drew, RJ.
Okay.
He walked away, and he ripped it with the pocket 9s against Dave, who had opened with the pocket jacks.
Okay.
Jacks doing what the Kings haven't been able to do on this final table. They're holding.
Holding.
And that was all she wrote for our man Drew.
Well, shout out to Drew and the crew. Another nice run for Drew. It's fun to see some of the PLO guys that get that itch to dabble into the tournament streets and are pretty good at it right away.
Well, we know one thing. Our PLO folks have a little bit more gamble in them than some of the regular tournament grinders, and we love seeing them go after some of those big stacks early on in tournaments. And no doubt, I'm sure Drew got here by playing an aggressive style. But yeah, 7 players remaining. They've all got 72-70 locked up. But we're all still shooting for 43,000 and some change up top. And James, who's now over 4 million, gonna raise it up with the AC Deucey. And some kind of raggedy hands, a couple of medium hands. Back over to the big blind, and he's got the octo crab, and throw that one back in the water. 9 times out of 10. Kui Chen loves he just got a walk a second ago with the 3 deuce in his big blind.
Yeah, and he's rocking a short stack over there, so no one taking shots at him with mediocre holdings.
Coach Ethan coming in on the button with the King 10. That's often going to be good against the blinds, and it is. Well done, young man. What are we working with on that time clock? Our blind level's about to go up. Yeah,
3 minutes.
3 minutes. They will be going up to 100, 200, 200. There will be a half a milli in the middle every hand, RJ.
Half a mil in the pot before the hand starts. And you can see what that will do for these bottom 6 stacks. They could use a $500,000 in chips.
Some of them are just hoping to get to that level. Here's Alex.
Yeah, Alex with ace queen. He's going to rip it. I believe I've seen Alex in the PLO streets here at Dallas,
Absolutely.
if I'm not mistaken.
He's also been on a few final tables here, so
Yeah.
familiar face.
Of course, our man Drew, more commonly seen at Las Colinas PLO streets, but our man Alex, I think, holds down the PLO streets here at Dallas.
When you saw it there, that was a 20 big blind rip for Alex. Not afraid to get it in right there.
Yeah, and a lot of
less
these.
than 20, but
Yeah, and I mean, you can see a fascinating scenario we have here with the bottom 5 stacks, 4.2, Ethan at 4, everyone else 3.3 or below. I mean, it's kind of going to be a rip-a-thon here until some of those chips balance out.
Speaking of,
Alex knows he's going to rip again. King Jack of diamonds this time.
and somebody over there wants a count.
And there's some short stacks behind him that puts a lot of pressure on them. But Ethan rocking a suited ace-9 of spades here in the hijack. He will consider options.
Yeah, a couple quick rips, too, from Alex is making Ethan think that he might not be very strong.
Yeah.
But ace-9 just not good enough for that price.
And Eduardo now, he has pocket 9s. And, of course, We all know where I put pocket nines in my own individual ranking.
Oh, RJ calls him
Eduardo lets it go.
Calls him the truck starter.
Every time I see him, they start the truck. They did that for Drew earlier, but this time would have been in a pretty good spot.
Now, if Alex wants any of those hands to call, this is the one he wants to call, the Jack 10.
Right.
Got that one dominated.
Yeah, Alex.
It would show even more equity, I believe, if there wasn't a player still left behind in the small and the big.
Yeah, you can see 46 plus 20 to carry the one. There's some equity missing there, Eric.
Math isn't mathing, but that's because there's small blind and big blind left. Dave's still thinking about it. No bounty to be had if you knock a player out. Is this worth it to him with no chips invested into this pot?
Yeah, Dave's got a lot of chips here. He's just got that itch to start knocking out some of these shorties. And Jack 10 on the button, it's tempting, but we all know where that usually is. It's usually behind and sometimes in a spot where you're sharing a card. And Dave S. really thinking this one over.
Unless this is one of those spots where he's like, wait, it's on me?
I think it is.
It is. Yeah, he's looking around.
And Brittany might make a read here in about 3 seconds. I mean, he is staying very postured to not know that he has a hand. Let's see. Does he know he has a hand, folks?
1 in the chat if he knows he has a hand and he's tanking. 2 if he has no clue right now. Let us know, folks. 1 if he knows it and he's tanking with Jack 10.
If he thinks he doesn't have a hand and this is his usual posture without moving, that's impressive.
I'm saying 2. He doesn't know he's got a hand right now.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be counting chips behind him.
There's no way we're taking this long with Jack 10. What is happening? He has no clue.
Dave, you with us, buddy?
ET, phone home. Even players walking away from the. Oh, shit.
Oh, there it goes. The hand's in the muck.
Oh, he had no clue. God bless you, Super Dave. He was in his own world.
Mine's 1, 2, 2.
Oh, man. Well, I was the only one that got an official vote in, but
yeah.
I think you guys were eventually going to come to the same conclusion.
Oh, yeah. I was like, he definitely yeah, I knew it. I was like looking at him the entire time. I was like, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to rush you either for your decision.
Yeah, and of course the table giving him a little bit of a hard time there, and the level has gone up. So we don't know if he's waiting on the level on purpose. Generally, you wouldn't really do that on the button per se, but
I already clicked the fold button.
Kui Chen saying he already clicked the fold button in his mind. He just was waiting to relinquish.
Sometimes when I play and I see my hand, I saw that I'm playing online already.
Everyone very generous. I think I would have mentioned a little earlier that. Do you know you have a hand?
Yeah.
Okay, just wondering.
Sir, do you know the action's on you? Because you don't seem to be looking at the game. You seem to be in deep thoughts with Jack handy, and Alex is not going to tank with this one.
Nope, Tiago coming in with King 9 suited in the small blind. Alex now looking at Big Slick.
And if Ace Queen and King Jack were good enough.
Oh, yeah. Put a little show into it. Might be able to get a call from something like King 9 of diamonds. So.
Now this player knows the hand is on it.
Yeah, so
action is on him.
So yeah, a little bit of theater there, and it could work. It's the exact holdings that a little bit of theater could work on.
I mean, he's got, you know, the height, the hair. He's good theater look there for Alex.
Yeah.
Looks like an actor.
Alex does get it in here. 2.56 million going to be the count. And now back to Tiago with his King 9 of diamonds.
And he's now taking the glasses off. He actually is going to be the one really thinking about this with king 9. That's almost half his stack. And I think, Tiago, most of those sims are going to tell you to get rid of this king 9. Yes, it's blind versus blind, but are you really wanting to flip for half your stack with king 9, suited or not?
Yeah, not a lot of holdings will do this, right? Less than king 9, unless your opponent's just been opening wide and going crazy, which Alex, this is his 3rd time to go all in an orbit and a half. So Tiago obviously thinking of that a little bit, but like you said, 97% of the time, king 9 no good here.
Yeah, you don't want to go against ace deuce. You really don't want to go against a dominated hand like ace king.
Now Tiago did just limp, and you know there's players out there that if you limp from the small blind, you're getting hit at a frequency at 90% clip or whatever. But these two have played with each other quite a while here, and of course we've seen that Alex doesn't seem to be one of those players to just
there you go
clip the limps at that high of a frequency. Tiago does get out of there. Alex is going to take it down, 400,000 in profit.
The expecting father sets aside his pride and sets aside his cards, as he should. Comes up with the right decision. And,
yeah, well done there from Tiago. I probably would have raised from the small blind with something like king 9 of diamonds, and then I'm stuck, right? And then I got to go after it.
Luca mentioning our fellow friends from Brazil don't always like to fold. Strong man, don't fold. And no, that is not my attempt at Portuguese.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know how to do a Portuguese accent. Pretty sure I would butcher it.
We've seen some friends from Portugal come into the Las Colinas room.
Alex ripping it again, this time with 5-4.
All right, this time he is a little light, and he's going to run into it.
The actor runs into the ladies.
Q Chin right behind him in the big blind.
He looks like a ladies' man, but he's in trouble with those ladies. Kui Chin, very happy to get it in here.
After Alex picked up that last pot, this would knock him back down to 1.4 million if he loses this pot. Yeah. But he does have some equity with that 5-4.
He's kind of laughing it off. He's like, yeah, I know that was a blunder. But that's okay. He's not going to be dead. Needs some help, though.
4 on the flop, but it's coming with a queen, Eric. Top set now for Q Chin.
Triplets, the trip ladies.
And that is a strong spot.
Uh-oh.
7 on the turn, open-ended now with that 5. Ace of diamonds. A set of queens going to double up here for
Kui Chin.
Kui Chin, 3.2 million now in his stack.
That would have been a naughty, naughty river.
Never easy, folks. Top set, still spicy.
Kui Chin is the ladies' man, evidently. Took home 3 of them. $43,000 plus up top, folks, if you're just tuning in. This is the final 7 players. Started with 9. They all had 4,300 locked up. They've now got 7,270 locked up. Jedi Master Ted has joined us. What up, Jedi? What's going on, Mr. Ted? And he says,
like and hit the button.
For Pete's sake.
Pete with an F.
Pete with a big F. Thank you, sir.
All right, Tiago raising it up from the cutoff. He's got a premium hand here, ace, queen. Blinds at 200,000 now. Tiago with the min click, 400,000 coming in.
If we didn't give our friend Braden a shout out to Braden now in the chat, and MBV Holdings rooting on Q, who's ripped it in. He just got these chips, and he's putting them straight to work, and I think he's going to be running into it here as Tiago is probably going to make this call.
All right, 3.2 million now, the all-in. Tiago facing an all-in just 2 hands ago, had to let it go. This time he's going to make the call. He's got ace-queen.
Man.
And he's going to find some good news, at least for the start of this hand. He's got the majority of the equity. Q-Chin all in with king-queen. King-queen at risk. 7-8-8 the flop. 1 diamond, 2 hearts. Queen on the turn. 3 hearts now.
Needed a
Tiago
king.
with the ace advantage, or with the heart advantage.
Needed a king or an 8, but that is not going to do it, RJ.
Not going to do it.
He just got those chips, finds a king-queen suited, and decides to rip over 15 big blinds with it. Unfortunately for him, he runs into a hand we call the parking lot hand, but it's Tiago sending our boy Kui Chin to the parking lot with king-queen. He's going to take home $7,270, finishing in 7th place out of 1,113 entries. And then there were 6, RJ.
Then there were 6. The money's getting serious now. Prize locked up, $8,780 for the remaining players.
Knockout blow delivered by Tiago. Mitchell A. joining us. The teacher.
What up, Mitchell A? Hey,
We're going to have to start calling him the professor.
welcome back to school.
Just took a job as a teacher. Call him Mr. Mitchell.
I wish they'd make that summer about a month longer. It's too hot.
Mr. Anderson.
Too hot for school.
What do you go by there at school, Mitchell? Is it
Deuce 5-6.
Mr. Anderson? I wouldn't mess with that teacher, I'll tell you that much. If I was a little turd
Yeah,
kid.
the first time I got called Mr. Dupree by the kids, it kind of freaked me out. I was like, what? Mr. Dupree. I'm like, that is my name, but that's weird.
Eduardo's picked a spot here. He's flopped second pair. Tiago is going to bet. And Eduardo coming in with the check raise.
There we go.
All in.
Check raise, ripping it with middle pair. Love to see it. Jack 5 doing the work here for Eduardo.
Mr. Anderson, indeed, he says. Okay. Tiago going to get out of the way, makes the right fold there. Just had 5 outs with those 2 overs.
So, yeah, Eduardo ripping it there for $1.5 million, and that will bump him up to $2.85 million now.
Oh, no. Mitch is already reconsidering his life choices. Those kids are already getting to him.
They'll do it.
What age group, again, are you teaching there, Mitchell? I'm sure they all have really great attention spans.
I was working with 7th and 8th graders for 1 year. I actually ended up enjoying it like after Christmas. Once I got comfortable with chewing them out, basically, I started enjoying it a little more. But woo, they were a hot mess that whole first semester, if you will.
Tiago raising it up from the hijack with 6s, and now it's Ethan on the button. Could have come in for a 3-bet here, but does elect to make the call in position.
All right, Jack, deuce, deuce to flop. No one landing much. Tiago with the best of it here with his 6s.
Ethan had quite a bit more chips. He could float here with these 2 overs, but I don't think he wants to put in $500,000. Is going to fold, and Tiago takes another one down.
Tiago and his 6s getting it done. Mr. Anderson does also have 7th and 8th graders. Very nice.
Raging hormones, kids going through puberty, 7th and 8th grade.
Man, all the horror stories you hear about middle school kids are pretty much true, but it's a fun age because their eyes are wide. They're learning like crazy.
They're impressionable,
like, yeah, man. If you can get to them, it's a lot of. It's fun to work with them.
Brutal kids are to each
Oh,
other.
they're
at that
brutal.
age,
They're
though,
mean.
man.
Yeah, I had to. Oh yeah, we had to take kids in for lunch all the time because just something was going on to make them feel miserable.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you'd have to bring them in and show them a little love, get them back out there a little bit. But yeah, it was rough.
There's the lovely Miss Christina making an appearance on the stage. Shout out to Julissa and Christina, our lovely waitresses tonight. Yes, I'm trying to earn brownie points.
All right, Dave S. working from the small blind here. Battle of the blinds, ace-jack suited for Dave. Bumps it up.
Just a click. And good discipline poker there from James. We all love playing those connected cards, more so when they're suited, but James just says, no, I'm going to hold on to that blind.
I did find it interesting at that age. The girls were much meaner to each other than the boys.
They are ruthless.
They are not nice. I'm like, excuse me, that's your friend? Would you stop doing that? Stop making your friend cry, would you?
Yeah, boys will just punch each other in the face.
And then get up. Yeah, it's no big deal.
Shake hands later. Skinny Cole has joined us. We already had Mr. Devin Cole in the house. Now we got Skinny joining us. Team 921 Roof.
What up, Skinny Cole?
In the house.
All right, Ethan the Razor here from the hijack.
You need a roof. Holler at my boy.
400,000 to go here with the ace-10. Tiago just calling with eights in the big blind, perhaps setting up something a little spicy. Off to the flop we go. King, king, six. Two clubs here. Ethan holding the ace of clubs. $300,000, the continuation from Ethan.
Yeah. Tiago's thinking about options here, and I don't think folding is one of them.
1.1 million in there before that bet. So now we are going to cook this pot up to 1.7 million. Four of hearts on the turn. Tiago out of position with the eights. Those are still best, but he does check.
Now if you're Ethan, you only have 2.3 million left, and you're like, what is he calling me on a king six, king flop? It's got to be something. I'm just going to slow this down. Maybe get to showdown with my ace of clubs, or maybe bluff if I get the club.
Yeah, Tiago may go for a check bluff situation here. Blocker bet also an option.
Just under half.
Does go with the blocker bet. 700,000. And now ace 10 here for Ethan. Obviously still considered fairly strong if you think your opponent might have missed with clubs. And that's really the only thing here that you could consider from an optimistic perspective. You're usually up against something here.
Yeah, any ace with a weak kicker could have gotten there with any of those small cards. All those pairs, sevens and under, or eights and under, nines and under that may have just called pre.
We've all been there in those tournament streets where we want to make that ace high call because we know our opponent could have clubs.
Jedi tells him to fold in the chat, and somehow he listened.
Fold it is.
15 minutes ago in the future.
Whoa,
it's like
what?
It's like an oxymoron, bro.
All right, so Tiago getting that one. He now in the chip lead. So Tiago started out tonight's final table in the chip lead. Then Dave S. took that chip lead over early in the final table. And now Tiago has reclaimed the top spot.
Eduardo taking a peek down there at his opponent's chips. He's in the hijack.
All right, Eduardo raising it up here. 700,000 to go. Put a little extra on this one. Not wanting a lot of action behind him, and that is not what happens.
6 is going to rip it.
Dave makes the call with ace-queen in the cutoff. Alex will rip it from the big blind. So when you open with Jack-10, not wanting a lot of action, and it gets crazy. Now what do you do with Jack-10?
Yeah, he's getting a good price, and what does he do here?
So yeah, he raised 500,000. Okay, so
we might get a three-way.
If Alex's all-in is more than 1.2 million, then he raised, and betting is still open. That important in this scenario.
Yeah, look at this.
Whew. And I can promise you, Dave S. noticed that Eduardo did not re-raise.
And wasn't real thrilled about the
Yeah.
raise.
All right, off to the flop we go. 8-9-3. Eduardo's open-ended. Eduardo does check. 4 million out there.
Wow.
We're doing things.
Three-way all-in,
So this
folks.
pot is ballooned up.
I'm surprised Eduardo didn't just jam.
Yeah, on the open.
On the flop.
Yeah, I would have too.
Oh my God, I'm live.
Yeah, the way this pot has just ballooned up, you're kind of stuck with 5 million out there just to rip 1.5 million. Dave likely makes the call with the ace-queen, holding
right.
the ace of
Well,
clubs.
our friend Alex is looking at all the cards he needs to dodge right now. A 7, a jack, a 10, a queen.
That's a lot.
An ace.
Yeah, Alex is going to have to dodge the world here
Running
to survive.
clubs. Running clubs.
But 41% in equity is a slight lead against these two opponents.
Alex and Eduardo both at risk here. Dave looking for the double KO.
King of clubs. Ace of clubs in the hand
Wow.
of Dave. 7 of diamonds. That's a big card for Eduardo. Open-ender hits.
Wow.
Eduardo finds the scoop.
Big hand for Eduardo.
Woo.
Triple up for him.
And that will be an elimination of our man Alex over there in the 3 seat. Put on a heck of a show. He will finish in 6th place. $8,780 for Alex. And now the 5 remaining players. Eric, we're in the 5-digit club.
Heck yeah. 11,040 is the guarantee from this point forward. And then there were 5. Things are starting to happen in here in these last couple orbits. Ethan now our short stack at just over 11 big blinds. He's in the big blind here by himself. We have a dead small blind.
Here we go. Big pot there for Eduardo.
Still stacking.
And we'll see, where does that put him in the chip stack? So definitely be in 3rd, I would imagine. Yeah, 3rd at 7 million. Right there with Dave S. 7.3 million for Dave. James and Ethan holding down the basement, looking for a double up. Ethan at 2.3 million. A little more than 11 blinds. He's in the small blind now. Tiago on the button with Big Slick. Ace King going to bump it up, 400,000. Ethan finds a pair here in the small blind. We mentioned that he is down to around 11 blinds, so he's going to rip it with pocket 4s. Eduardo 6-5 out of the way, and Tiago makes the call. So we're doing it. Our man Ethan at risk this time. His pocket 4s taking on Tiago and Big Slick. Ace, King, 3, the flop 2 pair for Tiago. 4s need some help. 7 of hearts, no help. Only a 4 can change it. Ace of hearts, top boat filler up for Tiago.
Whammy.
And that will wamboozle our man Ethan. Sweet run for Ethan.
Coach.
Coach E finds himself in 5th place, a nice prize, 11,040. And once again, shout out to our man Ethan G for coming out, finding himself in a 5th place finish above of about 1,108 entries.
Pretty damn nice. And now we've got $14,500 locked up, folks, off of a $300 buy-in, and that's just fourth place money.
There we go. So it's getting serious now. Counting some Benjis.
It's getting serious.
Yeah, another shout out to Ethan. I played with him a lot, dealt to him a lot. Kind of become pals over the last couple of years. Always says hello when he sees me out in the room, so I appreciate that. Thiago raised it up on the button again. Everybody keeps busting to his left, so he's had the button like 3 hands in a row here.
We better mention a couple of promos before we get out of here tonight.
Hot seats, hot table, Eric.
This whole month, Texas Card House Dallas, if you play in the mornings, 8 a.m. till noon, there is a hot seat, hot table bonus. Come on out, get you a share of that. You can be the big winner or just at the table or at the same seat number during some of those drawings and get time added to your account. But there's, looks like 3 of those, or 6 of those, excuse me, $300 wins, and then a $500 winner as well. James G does not want to hit 2 pair with 10s and 5s. Top pair, though, still good.
Yeah, Dave on the wheel draw there with the ace deuce. 5 would give him a straight. Looking for an ace as well. James G still rocking top pair. Does check. Pardon me, Dave. Dave in the small blind is rocking the ace deuce. What's the sizing here? 400,000. Just
yeah, a little small.
Little bet into this 1.4 million pot.
This time, Dave definitely knows it's on him. He's thinking, is that weakness?
Man, he has the same look as earlier when he didn't know it was on him. That is impressive.
This time he re-looked at the cards, though.
A lot more blinking this time, so he's still thinking for sure.
Thinking and a blinking.
Lord 29.
Clock has been called.
Yeah, interesting that one kind of tripped him up a little bit. For 400,000, I think I would have liked the price, but James G has been pretty snug, has not been out of line at all, so Dave didn't want to mess with it.
I'm good.
Was I saying it was at every 30 minutes or every hour? $300 goes to the hot seat.
8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Say every hour?
They usually do that every hour, but I don't see that it says exactly
It's every
on
hour
the promo.
or every 30 minutes, but yep. Players must be clocked in. The noon drawing is the $500 drawing, so if you can get away from work and come play hooky for a few hours, 8 to noon, Monday through Friday, all August long, you got a chance to win a little something extra.
Today was Monday. I should have come out and hit me some hot seats. My seat in my car got hot.
Yeah, 106 degrees today.
Driving around town doing some chores.
I think we got another week and a half of 100-degree temps with no rain in sight.
Well, we got...
Can somebody feed the ladies up in Mother Nature a little bit more wine so they got to pee?
We had a lot of rain in our long spring this season, but
everything's dead now.
Now it's dried out, and that's summertime for you.
I thought that was a little quick, maybe a 30-second quick call there, Jedi, as well. I'd have given him maybe another minute playing for these stakes. He clearly looked at his cards that time, so he was definitely thinking. Yeah, and of course it takes a minute for the floor to get over there, and then once they get there, they explain the rules. Then they hit the 30-second clock, so they still get more time, but it's just more of a nuisance than anything to call that out. I think the call was a little quick, though. I think you're right there. Playing for this kind of money right here, $14,000, a jump to 19, a jump to 30, and then a jump to 43. I think you can take your time on some of these big calls here, and that's definitely what our friend over there in the 8th seat was going to do in that particular hand. We just happen to know that he's probably going to fold that one, but the price was pretty good. It was
right
400,000 into 1.4, so it was 1.8 when it gets back over to him.
I've definitely called with worse.
Yeah, 100%. But we'll see if that dynamic continues at all, if Dave lets that get to him at all. Tiago with the overwhelming chip lead, though, now.
I think it did kind of spook him a little bit in that he was just like, okay, I'm done. Now take it away.
Oh, I knew what you meant, Jedi.
Okay, it's 425.
Yeah, they can change their – the dealer can say, hey, he's not had sufficient time. Yeah.
All right, we knew some of those stacks of 15 blinds and 20 blinds were going to battle it out. And now – some of those folks have been eliminated, and the stacks have leveled out a little bit. And with the 4 remaining players,
everybody's got at least 20.
4.2 million now, the short stack. Everybody's chipped up.
Yeah, nobody's going to be in any hurry to double up James here and just call him off if he were to jam all in.
So James, the short stack at 4.2 million. That's 21 blinds. He is working from the 9 seat.
Four-handed under the gun there for the king-9 suited. Just tosses that one into the muck.
Yeah, four-handed. Big blind gets a walk. Tiago will take that. 9 minutes remaining here at this level. Jedi reminding us in the chat, this will be over by hand. Wait, do you say over or do you say what hand will be heads up?
Normally we get down to about 3-handed and we say when we'll get down to heads up, or even 4.
Well, we've made it to 4.
But Jedi's, he's going to go do it for us. He's got it already put out there for the folks. This will be over, folks, by hand number what? We're on hand 65 right now.
65.
Everybody's got at least 20 big blinds.
We're four-handed, and they've got some chips. Okay.
Give us a number, folks. Throw it out there in the chat. Pick a random number. RJ and I will come give you a big old high five or a hug if you get it right when we see you. That's all we're good for.
Big old board here. Battle of small blind, big blind. Neither player holding much. Tiago does bet 200,000 with his 10 high.
I got my number. I'm about to throw it out there.
Eduardo will bump it up.
Beats me to it. We got 318 folks watching right now. Heck yeah.
Nice little raise here from Eduardo. 9 high. Does pick up a flush draw here on the turn.
All right, that's my number. I'm sticking to it. 113, folks.
Puts a little pressure on Tiago and his 10 high. Battle of the blinds here. You know your player, you know your opponent's not loaded in holdings. As we limp to this flop, but Tiago does let it go. So Eduardo going to get this one through. Picks up 600,000 in profit.
Shout out to our boy Aaron McAvoy, who will be on the commentary with us tomorrow night.
Money McAvoy, what
He
up?
loves that hand, the 9 triz.
9 triz. Last tournament I played in, I had to do a lot of work with air. Man, you and Aaron would have been proud of me. 9 deuce, smash town. 5-4, smash town, 3 barrels. I'm talking, we had to kick and scratch.
And claw.
Oh.
Not fun. But thank y'all for tuning in on this Monday night. Even bigger one. Final table down to our last 4 players. They've all got A little over 14,000 locked up. They're playing for 43,000 up top, though, off of a $300 buy-in. If you've enjoyed the final table thus far, do us a favor. Hit that like button or share this with your friends. Let them know we got a live stream still going. We would greatly appreciate that.
8-4-3 the flop, 8-6 landing the best of it. That's Dave. He made the call here from the big blind. And always interesting to see when you defend from the big blind and you flop something like top pair. How do you react when that happens? And Dave chooses to check raise. One of my favorites. So Tiago continues here with a nice hand on the button. 250,000 to bet, ace-10. Not particularly fond of this flop, 8-3-4, 2 clubs. Wow, that would be interesting, Jedi. I feel like we've got some players here at this final table.
And they might say, play on, playa.
But you never know. I mean,
Super Dave taking another pot down, RJ.
There's a lot of cheese in this prize pool remaining, so you never know.
Super Dave back up to that 7 million mark. He got well over, I think, 8 or 9 earlier. He's back over 7 now. Right there with Eduardo. James G right at 20 big blinds. So this week will be back to just the regular weekly tournament schedule here at TCH, minus some satellites going on.
Yeah, satellite tonight. Still an hour to come out. Get a piece of the satellite here tonight. I know they had about 18, 19 entries earlier. $60 entry. It's a good spot.
Another walk there for our chip leader. But then after this week is over, we're not in normal tournament schedules anymore.
Ain't normal no more.
Ain't normal no more, folks, because we'll have our 100K kickoff 8/25 as the Trailblazer Poker Tour Season 3 officially kicks off. August the 25th. It's going to go all the way through September the 8th. 100K event, 250K event, and the 500K main event, and a bunch of cool stuff in between. Y'all definitely want to come on out and fire some bullets at this one.
ST in the chat saying, RJ, you seem way more excited on stream than when you're dealing. True. I'll take that for true, Alex. Absolutely. Especially in the early ones. Man, I'm not good at dealing early in the day. I just sleep work till noon.
Fake it till you make it, baby.
Man, I do.
Put on that cheerleader smile. Just not the skirt, please. Nobody wants to see that.
All right, interesting turn here. We've got 3 10s on board now. Deuces taking on ace high. Fun little spot here.
One player has a full house.
Yeah, both players still checking. 9 of spades. Oh, gets a value. Deuces. All right, Tiago shows the deuces. Eduardo shows ace high. Deuces are good. Yes, ST, thank you, and I apologize for you noticing, but I appreciate that. Thank you.
Pebble says, I might be crazy, but this feels early for just 4 players. Yeah, the way some of these tournaments for us have gone.
Pebble, I don't want to hear it.
We're on hand 69. I don't know if you just jinxed us or not.
Pebble just put it on us.
We might be here till Christmas now, Pebble. Thank you.
Yeah, full-time table streamer. I agree.
Tell him the bad news, RJ. There ain't a whole lot of money in that. But we sure have fun doing it.
Be full-time broke. All right, James G on the button. Ace-Jack suited. Definitely worthy of an open. 625,000 here, so the full 3X and a tickle from James. 625,000, the large open from the button. Gets around to the big blind. Eduardo looking at ace-9. Ace-9 offsuit. And Eduardo rips it here. Big rip here from the big blind. And he has James covered, so the rip here would put James G at risk. And, of course, our man James looking at ace-jack suited. That's a lot of hand here, Eric. He still has $3.5 million remaining in his stack.
What did he bump it up to? 6.
Yeah, 625 was the original raise.
Man, he's got 3 big blinds out there. I don't know, man.
Love it here. The sizing puts James in a pickle.
I mean, you don't think your opponent is going to be doing this with an ace-9, but you just got to realize the hands start getting stronger.
Short-handed, he's got a strong hand, and these blinds are not getting cheaper.
Worst case scenario, you are dominated. But you have a lot of hands that you beat, and a lot of hands that you're flipping with.
His remaining stack now down to, what, less than 20 blinds? So he's looking at, what, 16, 15 blinds behind now if he chooses to fold. Ooh.
And he's taking a peek over at his opponent. And Tiago going to call clock again on another all-in.
You have 30 seconds to act. With a 30-second countdown. If you're not active by then, you're going
I don't love that one. He makes the call.
Ace-jack makes the call. And Eduardo finds the bad news here. He's going to be up against it. So, our man James looking for a big double up here.
Here we go. Makes the right call, does James. Let's see if the ace-jack can hold, RJ.
80-20 spot for James. Big hand. 9-6 jack to flop. Both players land the kicker.
1-9 remains.
Ace-jack still looking good. Only a 9 can change it. 8 of spades. So ace-jack will get the double up here. James G, he will now be up to 8.6 million, and that pot will knock our man Eduardo down to about 2.6.
And we're going to go on a 6-minute break here.
6-minute break.
James just going to walk away, let Brittany do her thing as he gets that full double up. And I agree. I think you just got to make the call there. You're the short stack. You're not going to get much better than that. 20 big blinds or less. You've already got 3 of them out there. I think he makes the right call there. I don't love, at this stage of the tournament, playing for this kind of cheddar.
Whew.
I think that was a little early clock.
That was definitely a quick clock call when you have $14,000 locked up, playing for $43,000 up top. You could definitely take your time with some calls when you're rocking 16 blinds behind.
Give him a couple minutes, you know.
I personally like the style. I wish we all played a little faster. I wish it was normal that the whole world called clock that fast.
On a $60 pot for sure. This is not $60 pots, though.
Unfortunately, that's not the way it's played nowadays. And yeah, gotta let them think it over for a little longer than that.
Just a scotch more, I think. But that's just me. I'm never going to be the one to call the clock at all, unless it's just egregious.
And actually, it went the way it was kind of supposed to. James acted no problem. He got it in there, and nobody seemed to be too peeved by anything, so that's good.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely risky when the short stack starts opening, ripping it into him with a hand like ace-9.
Yeah, and I don't mind jamming from the blinds into button raises, right? I mean, if you want to pick on button raises, if you find some button raises to pick on, that's great. That's what poker's all about. You have to do that to win tournaments. I don't know that James G would be the type of player you want to pick on.
From what we've seen tonight,
right?
Yeah.
Because tonight he's been very, very, very snug.
Selective, yeah, for sure.
And so if you wanted to pick on some buttons, you want to make sure it's somebody that's opening from their button probably a little more often than James G, but I get it, man. It's part of poker, and you got to do it to win some tournaments.
Well, thank y'all again for joining us. Some great rooting on players, friends, family members in the chat tonight. We love seeing that. Love seeing people get engaged in some of these decisions. We're going to go through a few of our promos and things that we've got going on, but we're also going to give you a look inside the booth real quick. That's my man.
Hey, we're here.
That's my man, RJ Dupree, right there. I'm Eric Van Loozen. We don't get to put faces to the names sometimes, and some of y'all, we hope you guys see us out in the room and we'll say hello, because we love engaging with you guys, not only in the chat but in the room, because we both are staff here and play here quite a bit as well. So definitely come say hello to us if you recognize our silly voices or these silly faces. We would love to say hi to you. And again, we've got a lot of cash streams that we're doing, and we're always looking to add to that roster. So if you're wanting to play on our cash stream, whether it's the big game, the 1025 on Tuesday, or either the PLO or 2-5 we're doing now on Friday nights, RJ, they got to contact our man Dylan Wynn, and that's Dylan, DILLON, .in at texascardhouse.com, or catch Dylan, a.k.a. Ghost, in the room. Or if you're on Instagram, Ghost TCH Live. Let them know you want to play on the stream. Let them know if you want to play in the big game on Tuesday, or if you want to play in 2-5 or maybe a PLO stream or something else. He'll try to get you in on one of those. We're always looking for new players.
Yeah, he's got lists for all those games. He'll know where to put you. He'll let you know when we're having those games. Our man Ghost, he'll get you fixed up.
Absolutely. We're going to kick you off with another video real quick, and we will be back in about 2 minutes.
Look for our man Eric. He's famous.
I'm in the video. I'm in the video. Can you find me?
The biggest poker series in Texas history happened right here at Texas Card House. More than 11,000 entries came through these doors, over $7 million awarded, and that was just one series. Now, Texas Card House is bringing 2 major tournament series back to back. First, the Trailblazer Poker Tour opens in Dallas and Las Colinas, August 25th through September 8. Then, the World Series of Poker Circuit returns to Austin, September 10 through September 21st. Welcome to the biggest poker month in Texas. Only at Texas Card House.
Whammy.
Biggest poker month in all of Texas.
And that's because we've got this followed by this.
And they're both going to be great. The Trailblazer followed by the World Series of Poker Circuit events. And it is going to be hot. Yeah. Hot action.
8:25 through 9/8 here in DFW at both Las Colinas and TCH Dallas. And then when that sucker is over, you got about a day of a break, and you get to haul bananas right down to Austin to TCH Social and jump in this. When the World Series of Poker decided to come to Austin, it was their first time. We didn't know how things were going to go. I went down there that opening weekend. It was freaking phenomenal. Damon's in the chat. We had Damon down there. We had a lot of folks from Dallas went down there. Folks came in from actually all across the country, and there was $2 million in guarantees, and they smashed every single guarantee. So what did the World Series of Poker and TCH decide to do? Pair right back up, but they doubled the stakes. $4 million in guarantees this time. That's September 10th through the 21st. Be a great time to go down there. Of course, football season will be kicked off and rocking. What a great time to have poker and football collide.
Let's do it again. And they are going to collide. They're going to collide for me.
Absolutely.
Because I want to go a lot of different places in September, some of which for the pigskin and some of which for the felt.
That's right.
So where will I be? Who knows?
All right. We've got 22 seconds. Players coming back from break. Our final 4 players out of 11-13. That's how many entries we had at $300 a pop, generating $261,555 in this 250K guarantee. Tons of poker stuff going on outside of Dallas and around the area to where we knew this may be a closer call. We still ended up crushing it by over $11,000. Still a first place of $43,000.
No problem.
And we call that a small prize off of a $300 buy-in compared to some of the other ones we've had. Yes.
One of the smaller prize pools for this, the greatest monthly tournament in all the land, the even bigger one.
But right now we've got 4 players left, and they've all got $14,500 locked up. So no small enchilada there. It's a big one.
Ain't no skinny rabbit, Eric. Pick a button.
Here we go.
All right, hand number 70. The break is over. Back to action. James G. under the gun, 4-handed here. King 10, going to let it go.
Yeah, Damon, I'll have to get you an answer for that because I noticed that too. Difference in time that they give you. And often when they get there, too, the first question is, has the player had enough time to think about it?
I was curious to hear that conversation.
Right. Well, we want to let players know that, hey, has he had his time? And if everybody agrees, yes, really the dealer is going to say yes. And
there's been times for me as a dealer where the floor walks up and says, has he had adequate amount of time to consider his options? I say no.
Yeah.
There's been times when I said no. It doesn't happen very often, but it will happen occasionally.
Yeah, and clocks really don't get called very often at all.
And it's nice that floor is there when that happens. And then about a minute later, they'll say, well, now can we call clock? And yes. So it kind of helps the process for sure. Adequate. Thank you.
Adequate?
Ah.
All in from the King 4 suited. That's kind of what you got to do when you get down to 10 big blinds. King 4 often going to be good. He almost turned it over.
All right, King 4 rips here. Dave S. on the button makes the call with King Queen. And, earlier we talked about how many blinds everyone has. And now it's
2.4.
My have things changed.
And James with the ace high gets out of the way. Let's see what our friend Tiago is thinking about. Uh-oh. Pocket nines.
Yeah, so Tiago does have a hand over there in the big blind. He's got pocket nines, and he will raise it up. Nearly $7 million, the raise from Tiago. And I think that's enough to put Dave all in. So Tiago says, I want to take a shot at this pot all by myself with some dead money out there. And Dave will fold King Queen, so Tiago gets just that opportunity.
Yeah, and what a spot for Tiago, because now he's up against one overcard instead of having to flip against Dave.
Absolutely.
Who has King Queen suited. Gets the other big hand out of the way. Now he has a chance to knock out Eduardo.
All right, $7.7 million in it. Eduardo all in for $2.4 million. 7-4 deuce to flop. Eduardo does land a 4. 10 of spades on the turn. Ace of clubs on the river. So King 4 lands a 4, but not enough. Tiago and his pocket nines take it down, and that's a pretty big pot. He will now be up to $17.7 million.
That is going to do it for our 4th place finisher, Eduardo. Nice run, buddy. 4th place out of 1,113 entries. Great job.
Eduardo, sweet, sweet run. $14,510. Our man with the bumper sticker T-shirt. How's my driving? Not so good. Wait, no, it's okay. It's okay.
You drove like hell on the way to get here.
I'll just say, take care of that beautiful truck, Eduardo. Take care of it.
But you took home $14,500.
Great run, buddy.
Great
We'll
run.
see.
Great run. And then
shout
number 3.
out to the crew of Eduardo, too, for hanging out with us in the chat tonight.
Thank you very much, Team Eduardo, for sticking it out with us. Let him know, of course, we're just pulling his leg a little bit. He played like a champ to get here. Takes home a nice prize. Now, these 3 all have $19,000 and some change locked up now, RJ.
$19,000. The prize locked up for the remaining 3 off of this $300 buy-in.
There you go. Anita in the chat. The fam of Eduardo telling him what a great job he did. Indeed.
Anyone thirsty?
James G facing a raise. What you think about the Ocho Cinco?
Ocho Cinco in the mucko.
Ocho Stinko.
All right, three-handed here. Dave S., the short stack, 4.5 million. He's in the 8th seat. James rocking 8 million. Tiago, our chip leader, 18.2 million now for Tiago.
Another walk for Tiago. He's got a few of those. We did forget to answer a question from Iman. I didn't forget about you. He asked if we prefer all the players get knocked out and the stream gets over fast, or if it's a lengthier one.
Right.
And I'm gonna take the easy way out and say in between, because we obviously do this for fun and for a little supplemental income. So we don't want to drive 20 minutes up here and have it be over in 45 minutes. But we have had some long ones.
They pay us a little lunch money by the hour, so we show up, and then I'd like to get to bed at somewhat of a decent hour, and in poker terms, that could be a lot of things, right? 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever. But
when it goes over 4 hours, it starts to get long on the final table. We
So
like
far,
that sweet spot, 3.5 to 4 hours.
right?
Come in,
sweet spot,
have some fun, and get out of here. When it's 5 hours, whew, makes for a long night. We've had some that have gone longer than that. We've had one that went 3 hours before we had a single elimination.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
We've had final tables go 3.5, and that one went 3 hours before they had elimination. We were here pretty near till the sun came up.
We've had a final table go an hour and 15 minutes before. We've had a little bit of both.
I feel like we've been on pretty much the, knock on wood, I feel like we've had a little more luck and success with getting out of here at somewhat of a decent hour. I know sometimes during those events for the previous crew member, I know Godfather Mitch was here till 4 or 5 in the morning a couple times, but sometimes they would run those final tables on day 2. I think once they moved the final table to automatic day 3, that helped a lot. And so we really don't have to put the super late night marathons in anymore, so that's good. Because I'm too old to be up that late. All right, Queen 4-9 the flop. Top pair here for Dave S. Small blind. Dave S. taking on James in the big blind. 500,000 to bet. 1.2 million out there. Dave and his top pair, take it down.
Take it down.
Yeah.
Mr. Dave.
And of course, ace deuce. You don't love getting crazy with ace deuce, but three-handed, ace deuce, pretty strong hand pre-flop.
Start forgetting about your kicker when you're three-handed. Tiago, not really thinking about much, as he's got 18 million.
And that's a great way to put it. King high becomes really strong three-handed, right? So yeah, you can kind of forget about those kickers, especially when holding an ace. And of course, if you get resistance, make some poker reads and handle that scenario the way you like. But this is a big hand.
Yeah, your king kicker has a king with it.
James G. Pocket kings. We have not seen a lot of big hands tonight at this final table. Hand 78, we've got kings.
And with this amount of chips in his stack, we're definitely coming along with the suited connector. That's a big hand cracker right there.
Yeah, 500,000, just a min raise at this giant blind level. So Tiago coming along with the 8-9 of diamonds, and he will flop bottom pair. Ace, queen, 8 the flop.
And of course, the ace lands.
So the ace comes right on out for those kings. Now poker ensues.
And look at here, 2 pair. Tiago's hoping his opponent has an ace.
2 pair now for Tiago, taking a massive lead in equity.
1.5 million, about 3/4 pot here.
Yeah, 1.5 here on the turn. That looks like a more serious bet.
And I think James can get away here. He knows if he calls this 1.5, he's going to be facing another barrel on most rivers because there just weren't many draws on that flop. He does beat a queen, though. He beats queen jack and hands like that, RJ.
Well, what do you think when your opponent bumps it up a little bit here on the turn, right? I mean, sometimes you can pick up some sort of pattern of bluff ability, but a lot of times that's a pretty big hand.
Like he's hoping you have an ace.
7 of hearts here, no help for the kings. 8-9 has a check mark.
And it's a clear
Thiago
jam.
does rip it all in here with the 2 pair, knowing that James was the original razor pre-flop and check called the entire way. It looks like to Thiago that James has an ace.
And if you're James, you now lose to any ace, any combo of queen that now has 2 pair.
But we get to see the cards. James does not have an ace. He's got the next best thing, pocket kings.
Facing a 3rd barrel, though.
Yeah, he's put a lot in this pot. But I think he could still get away at 4.8 million. You don't love only having 4.8 remaining, but.
And if he still doesn't want to put him on an ace, what are you going to put him on that does have you beat? It's going to be specifically hands like he's got, or the jack-10 that gets there on the turn, which was a double gutter. He'll have almost 20 big blinds.
Yeah, still 18, 19 blinds behind. So you're not in just a dire position that you have to make this call.
This is tough, though. If he's going with his gut, he's not giving his opponent credit for it. He's like, what is he barreling 3 times with? If he had an ace, would he have gone all in pre-flop and just put me in?
Lord 29.
Oh, my goodness.
And
he's called clocking him again.
Clock call coming out here right at 2 minutes, I would imagine. And Thiago at least has been consistent.
Well, and I think James should take every bit of time now that it's been called on him. Take it down to the wire.
Time starts now.
I will say we have not seen this on any final table I've done. More than one. He makes
and
the
James
call.
wants to call. Makes the call with the kings. Finds the bad news. Thiago does have 2 pair. And that will crack the kings once again here on TCH Live Final Table. Our man James G finishes in 3rd place, sweet prize. $19,610 for James. Great, great run.
Ay, ay, ay. Well done, James. Thiago going over and shaking the hand of his final opponent, wishing him a little bit of luck as they get to a heads-up play that's worth over $13,000 between the 2 prizes there, RJ.
$30,000 now locked up for the 2 remaining players. That is a pretty cool prize. $43,000 up top tonight.
Thiago still stacking all those newly acquired chips. Will be first act on the button with 25 million.
Pebble didn't curse it. Didn't curse it yet. Hand 79, we are heads up. We have seen some heads up battles take us into the deep yonders of the night.
Safe to say, I don't think we're going to hand 115, RJ. A little knock on
that's
wood.
only 35 hands of heads up. Heads up action can go pretty quick to where really 30 hands doesn't take all that long for heads up action. Not even 2 blind levels. But Tiago with a commanding chip lead, about 25 million. Taking on Dave. He will start with about 5 million in our heads up battle.
Super Dave says, not impressed, buddy. I got a bottom pair.
Pebbles says, I did call under 105. I like that. I like that, Pebble. So, yeah, really tonight got off to a slow start, but it has picked up pace. Heads up here, less than 3 hours. Not too shabby. And, of course, these two have been the chip leaders almost all night, so it's kind of fun when you see that happen. Tiago came into the final table as a chip leader. Dave held the chip lead for a couple of hours before Tiago regained it. And these two have been in command pretty much all night. And found themselves in a good spot, played for some real money.
Now it's one player with a 4-1 chip lead on the other opponent. He's got the button now. Let's see if he uses that stack with any 2 cards to lean. Should be raising with almost every hand here. Jack 8 definitely good enough to open.
Raise 600.
Raise and a call.
All right, Jack 8 taking on Jack 9. King, Queen the flop.
No diamond for either.
6 of clubs. A lot of opportunities out there for Tiago. 4 of spades, not one of them. Jack 9 looking good here if we go to showdown. Neither player thinks they can win without a bet, so Dave's gonna jump out there, bets 500,000.
Thought we were going to see a queen high call early on in this final table. Could we see a jack high call? Of course, it would be
a painful one.
A painful one, indeed.
Losing to a skosh of a kicker.
San
One pip.
San Angelo kicker school is in effect right now.
So, yeah, Tiago thinking about making the call with jack high.
Nobody's called the clock on him, though.
And 70 seconds, long enough there. Tiago in the muck.
Of course, we kid.
And that was probably under a minute.
Hand number 82.
82.
Separated by $13,000 and a trophy. Beautiful trophy that says even bigger one champion, courtesy of our man Bob over there at Aeon Crystal.
I don't know that I've played with Tiago any, but I have played with Dave some, and I don't particularly enjoy it. He's a tough player.
You played with Super Dave?
Dave's a tough player to have at the table. He'll get after it.
Just a call from the button this time. Computer hand and flat tire going heads up.
All right, 3 hearts on the flop, 10-9-3. Tiago holding the queen of hearts. Jack 4, not much working for Dave. So we do get a bet from the heart. Dave in the muck. Off to hand 84 we go.
Brittany's definitely done a great job tonight. Only dealer we've had, and she's going to close it out as well.
Was that name different earlier? Or has it always been that?
It's always been that.
Okay.
You said the name Alex earlier, but I didn't know if you knew who that person was.
All right. Dave going to raise it up here with the 8-9.
Hi-ya. Pair for both. Tiago flopping the best of it, though, with the lady.
All right, Tiago checks top pair here. Dave with bottom pair and a gut shot.
He's going to need to do the same that Tiago did with that 9-8 and hit 2 pair on the turn. Does not come.
Ace hits the turn.
1.2.
Dave says, I was the raiser pre-flop. I'm going to represent this ace. 1.2 million to bet.
Makes the call here with just a pair of queens. Board getting a little scary.
Yeah, good flop for queen 6 here, heads up. Doesn't want to go away just yet. Dave S. with less than 4 million now remaining in his stack. And it does go check, check. Nice pot there for Tiago. 2.6 million in it, not much for his stack, but absolutely devastating to the stack of Dave. Dave now under 4 million. Tiago approaching 27 million now in his stack. 27-4.
Got some Super Dave love in the chat. Says, let's go. Throwing him a 4-leaf clover for luck. He's going to need it. Needs a double up in a bad way.
All right, he's rocking 9-4 on this one, and 85. Not much working for 9-4. Ace, king, 3 on the flop. ST in the chat, you're going to have to tell me to wake up next time you see me dealing half asleep. Because it'll happen.
Queen high is good. Tiago adds to that chip lead.
Yep, Dave really needs to find a winner here while he's still got a little bit of a stack, enough to get that double up. You don't want to get down to that 5, 6, 7 blind range and then start looking for double ups. I mean, it's better than the alternative of 0 chips, but I often get kicked out of tournaments for not having any chips. Try find root. All right, Dave on the button there does not go with the 5-8.
ST's back, says, are you dealing tomorrow, RJ?
No, not dealing tomorrow. I'll be back in the box Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for the fine folks of Las Colinas. Hopefully with a smile and a wink, and I'll keep my birds to myself. All right, Tiago just calling with the ace-3 here on the button.
And
Wow.
this is probably what he was hoping for.
Yeah, Dave with the ace as well, but Dave has the advantageous ace in ace-9. All right, off to the flop we go. A little raise here from Dave. Jack, Jack, 7 the flop.
bringing in a closer.
Oh, dear. The closer. No, Mike got shook off.
Mariano Dina Rivera.
All right, Dave. Getting it done there, able to take that one down. Back up to $4 million.
$16 bigs.
All right, 6-8 suited. Bumps it up, 600,000 to go. 8-6 of hearts. Thiago in the big blind as well, suited as well. Makes the call with 9-4 of diamonds in the big blind. All right, no one connecting here. Dave, the original raiser on the button, does continue.
Jedi, did they say how yet?
Yeah, I didn't see how. R.I.P. to Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah.
The pretty lady that did some actress work. You know me, I'm terrible with my movies, actors, and actresses.
I asked my buddies, too, because I remember the name, but I don't remember her. But they said she was the little girl in Friday Night Lights. No, Remember the Titans. Remember the
Titans, and did some of the Scream stuff. I recognize.
And then was married to one of the Klitschkos.
Yeah, not cool. 38 years of age for the pretty actress lady. R.I.P. indeed.
All right, well, thank you, Miss Brittany. Shout out to the lovely Miss Brittany. Stuck with us for right at 3 hours.
It's a, let's see, pulling your hair too.
We got Dina coming in, closing this thing out for us.
All right, Dina in. Dave bumped up again there in chips. He's up to nearly $5 million now, 4.98. Thiago's still a commanding lead at nearly $26 million. So almost 31 million chips in play.
Yeesh. Tough stuff, man.
All right, Dave on the button, King 5, bump it up.
But it's just one chip is the way you do it. I can call the floor for you. Can I get a floor? Yeah, it's still one chip. Let me put this up on screen. He put one chip. He put one chip out. He put this and then he pulled that. That's the switcheroo. So there's the blind. He put that and pulled this. And it's one chip.
Yeah, so there's 2 red chips out there. And if you want to raise the 600,000.
No, the blinds are.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he
Yes, we raised the decision call.
okay.
You want to announce the raise.
The way it's switcheroo is a one chip to me, that's why. All right.
Can get a little bit interesting when you only put 1 chip out there, even from the small blind.
Check. Check.
So Dina doing a little clarification there to make sure that's a raise, and now we're to the flop. King high still best here for Dave through the turn. Ace, ace, 6, queen now the board. 2 diamonds out there. And oh, by the way, Thiago has 2 diamonds. 10 of spades, whiff on the diamonds. Dave's got the goods. Check, check, king high best. $6.3 million now for Dave. So he's chipped up a little bit, and you can see if he gets a double up now, that would put him over 12 million. And that would be enough for this thing to get interesting.
Raise the 6.
Too soon?
obviously over my head. All right, Tiago the Razor with 7 of clubs and a secret card. 9 deuce of diamonds. Not doing much from the big blind for Dave. Tiago continues, take it down. So, what hand did we get into heads up? 73-ish? We're all ready to hand 91, so you can see where the hand's heads up.
Yep.
Start accumulating pretty quickly.
I said 115. Could we get there, RJ? I don't know.
Yeah, we can.
We're on 92.
I'm almost out of water, though.
Wow. Super Dave has the super nutters aces.
Aces, that's a pretty good hand. 4.8 million in Dave's stack. Does raise it up, 600,000 to go. Tiago with a queen and a secret card.
Uh-oh.
Queen 10-8 the flop. What is the mystery card? Queen 10-8, Midtown coming right on out on this flop. 2 diamonds.
What is the Jack Link's mystery card? We know he's got top pair. Does he have?
Tiago trying to rescan for us. 9 of diamonds.
No diamond for Dave.
Could it be the ace of diamonds for Tiago? No, we would have just got it in pre, right?
What do you do?
So now a lot of cards with that queen could
All
be interesting.
in and a snap call.
A 10, an 8, a 9, a jack, a big
It's
diamond.
an 8.
It is an 8. 2 pair here for Tiago. Dave S. and his aces in trouble.
Cracking aces so far. Can the Queen 8 hold and knock out Super Dave?
Aces.
12 outs.
Looking for 12 outs. 7 of hearts, not one of them. 2 pair here for Tiago, and that will be a game, set, match winner. Tiago has all the chips.
Dave, great run, buddy. You had a lot of fans in the chat, a lot of people rooting you on. Taking second place in this even bigger one, $30,360, RJ. What a run.
Hey, that's a heck of a second place prize for our man Dave, and an even bigger one for our man Tiago. He is in first place of this, the even bigger one tournament, and he finds himself with that prize of $43,000 and some change. Sweet job.
Team Brazil. We went 92 hands, took off the hoodie. Now he's going to show his face a little bit so he can get a picture taken with his trophy. They're going to move those chips to the middle.
He wants to rock the Neymar jersey.
Neymar, I almost said Pele, but it's the same number, but it's Neymar. Rock and roll, happy stacking for our man over there.
I was like, why is Neymar crying? They're like, he's like retiring. This is it. I was like, oh, yeah. I get it.
Well, what a run for our friend Tiago. He is going to take down the trophy, all the chips. There's his winning hand, the Queen 8. He cracked aces to get this done, finishing in, like we said, first place out of 1,113 entries and $43,435, RJ. Pretty impressive.
Nice little prize for Tiago. Well done. Well done to both of our final 2 and all the final table finalists here tonight. We appreciate you coming out and enjoyed the show.
Absolutely. Thank y'all again for joining us. Thanks to Brendan for taking over the
B-Money
production tonight. And, of course, our tournament director, John Kelsey, putting these together. Y'all make sure to tune in tomorrow night as you will hear my voice and a little bit of RJ as he will come in and join me towards the end of the night. We have our 1025.
Like this thing.
We have our 1025 stream tomorrow night. We're going to be rocking and rolling with the big boys, playing some big stacks. But one more shout out. Look at it there. Even bigger one, getting his picture taken with his trophy. Of course, the big selly is when he gets off the table and he gets that $43,000 in his hand, those bricks. You know, I'll be putting those up to my ears, man. Call me. Anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow night on the 1025 stream. We had a blast tonight. Thanks again for joining us. That's RJ Dupree.
A little over 40K to Tiago. Maybe we can have a 40K pot tomorrow night.
We might just have a 40K pot plus tomorrow night. I'm Eric Van Loosen for TCH Live. We're out of here, guys.
Good night, TCH.
I mean, not that fast for a normal Saturday, but